All right. So it is Tuesday. Sorry, no content for the last couple days. Not much anyway. I know Sunday I came down a little bit of a cold, so not exactly feeling that great. But it is Titans Tuesday, and let me tell you, I have just been appalled with everything. I think it's absolutely crazy that the Titans still could have gone 3 out of the 6 total games they've gone without a touchdown. Uh, Again, the more I think about it, the more I just kind of think that John Robinson's a guy that's always been renowned as having a plan, having a long-term plan. And to me, it's becoming more and more clear that I don't think Mariota's in his plan. I don't. I mean, and if he is, then LaFleur definitely got a reaming on Monday to let your supposed franchise quarterback get sacked 11 times. I don't care. I don't. That's just unacceptable. The offensive line got a reaming. They all should have, but I just don't. I just don't see it with how vanilla this offense is and how dynamic Mariota can be as a quarterback. Like, the things he's able to do that no one else is out there able to do. I mean, I just don't see it. I just don't see him in the plan. And whatever. I guess that's fine. I'm going to be a fan no matter what. Kind of stinks for Mariota that he's not in the grand scheme of things the plan, because it's a little ridiculous. I mean, I sat there and thought about that game, and I'm really kind of dumbfounded by a lot of the play calling, just really bad play calling. You're down by 21 and you run it on first and second down, tail into the third. I just don't abandon the run. Like, I get it a little bit, but you need to put points up. And the run wasn't doing anything. Like, they said Henry's going to be the focal point of the offense at the beginning of the year, kind of like the Henry Dion Lewis thing, and they haven't been anything close to it. I think it's been the offense doesn't even have a focal point as far as I'm concerned. They don't have an offensive identity. I know that's been the topic of many streamers and other YouTubers and Twitter personalities, as they don't have an offensive personality. Could they have one? Sure, but they have to pick one. They can't just sit there and meander through a game. And it's one of those things where I can get behind a team that knows who they are. They don't know who they are. Like, if you want to run the ball, then pound the ball with Henry and Lewis and do that. Be consistent with it. Don't like stray away from it. Just do it. If you want to say, you know what, we're going to start trying to do more of like the short, mid, intermediate, whatever, just be consistent and stick to it. Because every week changing your offensive plan is killing them. Mariota's had 4 different offensive coordinators. I mean, it's just like, you're not giving this guy a chance to succeed. They're like, even when they do open up the playbook, it's not opened up. It's so vanilla all the time. 3 wide receiver sets, no quick outs. It's just like, I mean, go out there. Here you go. Here's the ball. Go out there and do it. I mean, people at the beginning of the year, they're worried. Like, so I think I mentioned this in the other video. I don't really remember. They mentioned that a lot of people were afraid that LaFleur, being our OC, was a bad choice because he would just instantly take a head coaching job the next year. There's no worries of that. The guy has been, I'm sorry, it shows that McVay called the plays in LA. It really shows the creativity, the ability to be able to mislead the safeties and misdirect the linebackers. That was all McVay. LaFleur, I don't know if he wasn't paying attention or what was going on, but I have seen zero of that. I have not seen very creative play calling. I've seen some balls being thrown into very tight windows and Corey Davis make his plays to catch balls. I mean, the one, everyone says Mariota overthrew him, whatever, but, the ref was in the way. Like, I mean, it's not really an excuse, but it happens. And, of course, with our luck, it happens to us. But I really think that they really just have to stick to what if they want to go into San Diego, they say that, we're going to change our identity. We're going to go back to giving Derrick Henry the ball 25, 30 times. And then we're going to give it to Lewis 15 times. And then Mariota, you're going to pass it for 20, and that's our plan. That's 60 snaps, or probably 60 to 65 offensive snaps is where you should be. And that's what we're going to do. But they don't do that ever. They don't ever dictate to their defense. Like, you know how they always, like, they're the definition of a team that's like, oh, well, just hypothetically speaking, the San Diego has a good secondary, so we're just going to run the ball all the time. And then next week it'll be like, well, so-and-so has a good front seven, so we're going to pass the ball every time. When you do things like that, when you let the defense dictate to you, that's a good way to... Do you think Tom Brady really worries about any of those? Do you think he worries about that stuff? Do you think that Josh McDaniels, when they're writing up their game plan, do they think that they're worried about the linebackers getting to Gronk or whatever? No. They know Gronkowski's going to go out there and kill him. That's my big thing. Do you think Kansas City worries about that? Do you think Andy Reid worries about... No. He makes the defense dictate to him. We always dictate to the defense. Always been that way. It needs to change. We need to go down there with a game plan and just stay with the game plan. I can get behind it if I could tell you what we're doing. I have no idea what we're doing. I've watched this team for over 20 years. It's just unbelievable. This is the first time, even last year, we had an identity. We didn't give up on the run. We never did. And you know what? Credit Malarkey, because he knew who he was. And we went 9-7, won a playoff game. This year, I don't know. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs. Not the way they're playing right now. Some different things have to change. If you want to be a passing team, then go be a passing team. Start throwing the ball. But just this inconsistency of what we are is really killing us. And Baltimore knew coming in that they're like, well, they're not really sold on the run game and they're not sold on the pass game. So what are we going to do? We're going to bring the heat. And boy, did they. And they dictated to us what we were going to do. I mean, we supposedly have a good secondary. Did that stop Flacco from tearing us apart? Nope. He did exactly what he wanted to do. So, that's my big thing, is have confidence in your talent. If you think you have a talented team, which many people do think that the Titans have talent, go do it. You know what? Why aren't we running? I would be putting Lewis and Henry in the back, and I'd be shifting Lewis in the slot. Why aren't we doing it? I just don't understand it. The defense, they're going to play better. They have to play better. They can't play much worse than that. Malcolm Butler, the more I study the film and I study the numbers, he's turning into probably the worst free agent signing we have. He's by far the worst corner. He's one of the worst corners in the league right now as far as completion percentage. I mean, he was sat there and he had all those commercials where he shut down Antonio Brown. He shut down crap, man. Couldn't cover me right now. And every time he's free, maybe in New England you got a little bit more calls of offensive pass interference. You're not in New England anymore. It's a big different thing. And I mean, I know people are trying to say, well, maybe we can put him in the slot where he'd be more physical. Traditionally last year when Logan Ryan wasn't in the slot, he wasn't that good. I mean, he's probably better than Butler is, but then you're going to deficiency in the slot. So, I mean, he's got to play better. If he doesn't, I mean, that's got to be the worst signing in J-Rob's signings of free agents so far. But anyway, sorry to be short. Just like I said, I'm not feeling that good. But something I think I'm going to start doing is tomorrow. I'm going to publish a video of. I'm going to start doing a little DFS NBA, and I'll record it, or I might start doing it live, depending on if I have, if I have a following, they want to see me do it live. Getting the assets set up today. And I'm going to do the DFS basketball slate. I was going to do it tonight, but, I mean, the slate's horrible. It's not horrible. It's good games, but there's 2 games, and whoever gets Joel Embiid, because that's the only center worth having, you're kind of hamstrung if you don't get him. If you don't get the first pick and take Joel Embiid, then you're kind of screwed. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have time to do it before the first set of games. Maybe I'll have to get up early and do it, I was thinking. But, yeah. So that's what I got. I mean, Titans have San Diego in London. Should be an interesting game because the Titans don't ever come to play in the first half anyway, the offense. And now they're going to have to go with this flight. I really hope they shut me up and shut all these people up and they go out and they go on a tear and they win 3-4 games in a row. But I don't know. I don't know if they're capable of it. I really am concerned about the offense on this. The defense has showed me at least some promise to be decent, but even in that loss, they let up 21 points. Granted, the Ravens easily could have scored over 30 if they wanted to, but they didn't. But to not score a touchdown, that's really against you. But anyway, guys, hit the sub, follow, like, whatever. comments from the way wrong, way right, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.